Welcome to sunny Winter Haven, Florida. I'm Lane Dog Bowers, and I want you to realize that you are greatly blessed, highly favored, and deeply loved. And this is a continuation of the video that I started yesterday of probably the most amazing barefoot lesson and most amazing video lesson I've ever done that I haven't given. I mean, this stuff is amazing, and I started to think back on, my earlier days when I first started, but a book that had a profound impact on my life was Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I want to talk to you guys about this because this will unleash what I was talking about yesterday, an amazing force that I believe is inside you. I not believe it, I know it's inside you. It's inside every person. And, it's like my buddy Richard Gray used to say when I used to compete. He said, respect everyone beneath no one. There's nothing that you really can't accomplish with the right mindset. And I want to read you a little bit. I brought my own notes here. You can see kind of crazy handwriting, but some great notes I was taking in this amazing course by Bob Proctor. Any of you Canadians out there, that guy is, I can't recommend him enough. He's awesome. But anyway, I'll read you this quote. One idea is all you need to achieve the success you seek. When riches begin to come, they're going to come so quickly and in such great abundance that you are going to wonder where they've been hiding all those lean years. This is an astounding statement given the belief that riches only come to those who work hard and long. When you begin to think and grow rich, you are going to observe that riches begin with a state of mind with definiteness of purpose and little or no hard work. You and every person ought to be concerned on how do you acquire that state of mind which will attract riches. If you are one of those people who believe that hard work and honesty alone will bring riches, you need to perish the thought, because it is not true. Riches, when they come in large quantities, are never the result of hard work. Riches, if they come at all, come as the result of definite demands based on the application of definite principles and not by chance or lack. That's Napoleon Hill. And this is an amazing thing I want you to think about, whether you want to achieve great things on the water, or if you want to achieve, like we're working on my other site, and how you can make money while you're in the boat. Okay, this is an amazing thing. So let's take for an example that you have a goal of barefoot water skiing. Let's just take a simple one. What I'm saying is, and it can be any goal. If you want help with that, leave me a note, or it can be an income goal for those of you trying to start, a Christian online home-based business, or for anybody who wants to achieve a great barefoot goal, whether you're a world champion or someone who's just learning to start. What Napoleon Hill is saying is that there is a state of mind that you have to get in first. And so what that means is that you have to decide with definiteness of purpose on what you're going to do. And a great example of this is there are a lot of people who will say that they're going to try something, they're going to kick it around a little bit, ask a couple friends, whether they think this is a good idea, and then they'll kind of try it. You can get seriously hurt doing that, both in barefoot water skiing and if you're working on an online business, okay? Not the right idea, because you will not have what Napoleon Hill's talking about. You will not have definiteness of purpose. You will not have clearly stated an outcome that you desire. And one of the great things I love about Napoleon Hill is he talks about you basically are born in this life with two envelopes. One which attain amazing, great things with riches, and the other one are the penalties you must pay with these horrible things after it. And they both depend on whether you choose to take possession and direct your mind to an end, a worthy cause of your own choice, or the other one of the penalties you must pay if you do not direct your mind and take charge of it to an end of which you... Oh, that was awesome. An osprey just dove into the water. If you do not direct your mind. So let's get back to our example, let's say of barefoot water skiing. But this applies the same thing if you say, hey, I want to make 10,000 bucks by, October 31st online. Same exact principles. What I want you to do is, first step is you write down with great specificity what you want to accomplish. So let's talk about the barefoot water skiing. You say, I want to learn to barefoot water ski without falling by such and such date. Now, you do not have to know how that's going to come about at first. You don't have to ask or inquire or kick the can or ask people, do you think I could barefoot water ski? Do you think I could earn $100,000 or $50,000 a month? Don't ask other people whether they think you can. That's guaranteed going to set you up for defeat. So step number one is I want you to write it down. You have not really truly committed until you've written it down in crystal clear, with crystal clarity of what it is you actually want to do, and then put a date on it. Okay? And then the second thing is you've got to believe, absolutely believe, without knowing how to, that you can accomplish that goal. It sounds really simple. And a lot of people skip it because they know, I got it in my head, that, I know what I want. No, it amazingly does not work that way, because what you want to do, if you truly desire, don't write something down you do not desire, because you could get hurt doing that too. You got to make sure it's something you really desire. Be real clear on it. Write it down and believe with all your heart that it is possible. And then the forces of that amazing power I was talking about yesterday will come to your aid, and resources that you did not know you had will come to your aid and help you achieve that goal. In the example of barefoot water skiing, for instance, you write that down and put it on a card that you either put on your mirror. I'm a huge fan of keeping it on my iPhone. I pull up the goals that I've set, and I review them in the morning and the night. It only takes a couple minutes. I actually imagine myself in the future at a specific time, and then I picture myself and I bring vivid images, as if it's called theater of the mind. You're practicing your own play of your life, having already achieved those results. Not hocus pocus, amazingly powerful, and responsible for a lot of the great things that I have achieved in my personal life. It's amazing how powerful it works. I want to give you an example of someone, and I won't mention any names because it's a small little world of barefoot water skiing, who came to me and offered me a lot of money to teach him privately on a weekend, on times, regularly, to help him achieve a goal. And it was, for him, a goal that he really, really wanted. He wanted to do these tricks called 1-foot turns. And this guy was an amazing student who would do anything I told him to do, had a great control of all the basics that I teach, posture, glide, power band. He was amazing on the water, did all of the homework that I told him to do around the trick before we step and do the trick. And he, number one, I don't think back then I was telling people and being as so, strict about as I'm doing now. That's the one thing I regret, that I didn't make people be this specific on their goals. Write them down with clarity, believe that they can do them. But he would come to me, and when he got to doing this trick, and I was explaining to him the how-to, and this guy worked hard. So Napoleon Hill was talking about people who work real hard and honest. That was this guy. He was missing a key ingredient. He did not believe that he could do it. He was willing to do all the homework, and he was hoping he can do it, but he did not believe it. What he was doing is he was trying, and he confused paying me to magically produce this result for him when he was missing the key component. When you create a goal, you have to believe that it's possible. And this guy was terrified of doing this trick. So I told him, I said, here's the next thing you've got. I basically told him this, is that you've got to believe that you can do this. If you do not believe it, the how-tos, don't buy any more courses. If you're working an online business, stop buying how-tos. That is not your problem. You have to be specific with your goal, and you absolutely have to believe in it. And here it comes to one of the things I talked about yesterday that I really would love for you to connect with. Create an empowering question that assumes the result has already happened. Because here's how your mind works. The mind is not your brain, okay? The brain is not, that is not your mind. Your mind is basically permeates your entire body. It's not a thing. It's actually an action, okay? But the point is you have to, the part of your brain that you control is called your conscious mind. The part that you do not is called your subconscious mind. If you don't believe this, ask anyone who's gone on a diet and not achieved results. They know that they need to do it. They know that it's good for them. And they go to the gym and they try things out to see if they're going to work, but they don't believe that they're going to lose the weight. Then they don't get the results they require. Then they assume that, okay, maybe it's my metabolism. They start going to external circumstances instead of claiming the responsibility they need to do. Same with barefooting, same with an online business. You need to take full responsibility for your results, and a negative result is a fantastic experience. You learn from it and you move on, okay? But the key for, the key is that once you have a real specific goal and you absolutely get emotionally behind it and every day reviewing it day and night, it's written down, then my next great suggestion for you, so powerful, is you create an empowering question. Let's take barefoot water skiing. Why was it so easy for me to learn to barefoot water ski without falling? The great thing about that is your conscious mind is asking a question. If you've ever been asked a question like that, why was it so easy for me to learn barefoot water skiing without falling? Your brain will immediately try and answer. It does not care what question you ask it. It will answer it for you. You have now engaged your subconscious mind. That changes your belief system. So powerful. I don't want to go into more of that because that could go on forever talking about that, but I love that stuff. Your subconscious mind is so powerful, and when you take charge of your subconscious mind by asking an empowering question, your body starts to vibrate with energy and excitement that people will see because they will know how committed and engaged you are in achieving that goal. I want to give you another example. So I got this one guy that came to me, wanted to learn this really hard and pretty scary trick. Didn't believe he could do it, spent a lot of money, and did not. He got it, but he was terrified of that trick. I got another guy who just came here from Australia. And this guy said, I got one day with you. He says, I want to learn a front to back, and for those of you who aren't barefooters, probably one of the most difficult tricks ever to learn. Very difficult. And I got one day, and I will learn a front to back while I'm there. Awesome. I love it. Turns out this guy did some couple things right. He wrote down exactly what he was going to do, even though I didn't tell him to do that. He absolutely believed that by coming from Australia to sunny Winter Haven, Florida, and being with me, he absolutely believed, without knowing the how-to of what I was going to tell him, that he would be doing that trick. And guess what? First try, he made an amazingly difficult trick. And it doesn't matter if it's barefoot water skiing. He did the steps that you can take, whether it's making money online, or making money while you're in the boat, I love to say, or it's achieving your barefoot water skiing dream. Follow these steps. If you aren't sure what to do, ask me. I'll be happy to help you. God bless you, and I'm expecting a miracle for you.